Good morning. Namaste, beautiful souls. Welcome back to this series, Tarot card reading of the year. And today's card is the Devil. I know this is a very challenging card for a lot of people, and so I'm going to take my time with this card. It has a myriad of connections, and so I want to bring awareness to all of that for those of you that have this as your card of 2024, to help you deepen that awareness with the card. So welcome everybody. Good morning, good evening. Hello to Clevis and Fernanda. Namaste. Welcome Arcana 73. Namaste. All right. Let's switch the camera. I am going to read something different this morning. So I decided to share with you a few words from the Wildwood Tarot, which is in the Wildwood Tarot. The card is called the Guardian. It is a skeleton standing in front of a cave. And I think some of the words in this description really help integrate a lot of the lessons of the Devil. And if you have this deck, then I suggest you pull out this guidebook and have a read. The Guardian, the Devil, the guardian spirit of the beast, challenges those who would enter the cave of ancestral memory without understanding the nature of their own darkness. And so there is, I like this sentence in that there is, the devil is challenging us to understand our own darkness. And I think that sentence is, it's so brilliant. In the Scorpio journey, there is an invitation to move into shadow, into our depths, into our patterns, into our karmas. And in this particular card, there is it's like there's a challenger. There's a challenger here, and there are tests around every corner that say to us, you shall not pass until you enter into, until you're willing to face your own darkness. One of the cards, a movie that really comes to mind is Dickens' A Christmas Carol, or the book, Dickens' A Christmas Carol. The way that Scrooge is tested to face his darkness, to face his relationship with money, his relationship with human contact. Over the centuries, there has been much cynical manipulation of this concept of the devil for political, religious, and doctrinal purposes, leading to the demonizing of this complex pagan nature spirit. Yet the prime role of such archetypes is one of protection and initiation, and is the human link to the wilderness, nature, and fertility, sometimes manifested as fierceness, ecstasy, and sexuality. However, the fear engendered by the warping of this archetype will be with us for a long time to come. And when we look at this archetype and we look at the beast nature of the archetype, and in the Tarot de Marseille as well as in the Waite-Smith deck, we see a figure who is a combination of beast and man. And this reminds us of the Strength card, the Lust card, where we are being invited to face our inner beast and to know and to meet our inner beast. What does it take, and how far do we have to go to understand our beast? And I just thinking of the Disney Beauty and the Beast, and many of you have read that fairy tale in various iterations, and what it takes to understand that it's it's such an important inner quality to know, not to suppress, not to um, separate ourselves from. And so there's a few keywords with this card that are really, I think, important, and questions. And is there anything else I want to share from here just before I put this book down? Let me just carry on here. The guardian stirs irrational fears from the muddy bottom of the human subconscious, sounds like Scorpio stuff, and fills the timid soul with foreboding. He is charged with an inhuman and unseen sentience, feeding off fear and panic and malevolent joy. But within this sardonic and chaotic energy lie wisdom, courage, and strength. The human survival instinct was geared for fight or flight, yet we have learned to rationalize our darkest fears and deal with unknown dangers with intellectual insight. As we have evolved our understanding of the unknown, we have learned that no diabolical or supernatural force in the universe is as frightening as the human imagination. This card is frightening. It is because we are frightened by our own reflection, our own dark shadow, and it is this element of ourselves we must master. Within this process is the stripping away of conditioning and the distilling of absolute essentials within ourselves. Much can be gained by facing our most deeply hidden and suppressed fears, which usually stem from our own deepest instincts and desires. Now, this is a card that is deeply connected to Swadhisthana chakra. Fears live primarily in the lower two chakras, also in the third chakra. And this place in the second chakra, where we are birthed into this world, where we are anatomically, this is the place of the two ovaries, the two testes, the place of relationship, where we look at all of our relationships, and we are tested in relationship. This card plays so very deeply with the Lover's card. It's a test of every aspect of that, and not just our sexual relationships, but this does come up in others as well too, but primarily the power of sex and the power of how that may have control over us through our personal histories is really an important part of this, as is the creative component that drives that energy. So, in its highest frequency, this card will help us find our muse and our passion. It'll help us to go to that edge where we feel inspired and free and wild, and our inner wild child can shine brilliantly. But then these societal, community, family restrictions come trickling back in. And so it's this dance between embracing our darkness and dancing in the light. So this is, it's really powerful. Now, beyond the Lover's card, I want to say welcome to Dachi, if that's how you pronounce your name. Dachi, welcome. That's why I've highlighted her name there, new member. Um, beyond um, beyond the association with the Lover's card, this as number 5 and these second number correspondences tend to be spoken more of in the Marseille tradition, but 15 ends in a 5. And there is a quality, there are characteristics that I would suggest pulling out whatever deck you're working with this year, if this is your card of the year, looking at the Hierophant card and asking yourself, what is the relationship between the 5 of the Hierophant, maybe even the challenges of the 5 and the Devil card? This nature of restriction and suppression and how we manage that is very it can open us in unexpected ways. Now this sign, the sign of Capricorn, is ruled by Saturn. And Saturn is there applying restrictions so that we stay focused. It keeps us in a container so that we don't get too distracted. It's not necessarily a negative thing, Saturn. And yet, I think sometimes we get too comfortable within those containers. We get too comfortable within the wall, and we forget that we used to like to play beyond the wall. We used to like to jump over the wall. We used to like to find the cracks in the pavement and go between them. This is such a layered card. So I would suggest taking out Strength and the Lovers and the Hierophant in the deck that you are working with and spend a number of days with each of those cards and ask yourself, which of these cards has the strongest pull over my Devil year? Have I integrated the lessons of Strength and the Lovers and the Hierophant? Or are there aspects of those cards that are resurfacing here? What is my relationship with my sexual energy, whatever stage of life I am at? Is there a harmony, a dance, a play with my sexual energy? Am I able to contain and use it in a way that supports my journey? Does it help me to find freedom? Does it help me to know the dance of life? In this book of poems that I've been sharing with you from the Voyager Tarot, James Wanless, who is the creator of the Voyager Tarot, calls this card Devil's Play. And in the latter part of the poem, this is not James Wanless, this is Lloyd Hagland, the supplemental book. He says, when the Devil's Play card knocks on your door, loosen your tie or your girdle, Who wears girdles anymore? I guess Spanx is the new girdle. Play and celebrate your victories without restraint. Let crusty morning set you back to tasks set aside by night's wanton revelry. The energy of devil's play is relaxed and free. It reverses your marching beat and allows fire and music to dance you in Dionysian delight. This is the 78th card in the Marielle Tarot, where we fully embrace the earth. We fully embrace this earthly experience and embody all of its delights. We laugh and we smile and we know exactly how to navigate our way. Now, of course, this card can represent deep shadow where the Dionysian experience goes too far and we become enchained by drugs, alcohol, shopping, the ever bulging tarot cabinet. And I caution you to be a little kinder to yourself and very and understand that the word addiction is actually a term in psychology, and so maybe use the word compulsion. Looking at compulsions and being mindful that they don't turn into addictions. Not letting these delights and joys and freedoms enchain us. It is a very layered card. And I suggest if this is your card of the year, this is not something you only visit once a month. That you dedicate, 2 or more, good sessions a month to a reflection on this. So very complex. How do I feel when others impose restrictions on me? And is my present discomfort about navigating that? Because often the devil card will show up in that way as well too. When someone else tells you, well, no, you can't do that. If we look at this as a 5 and a 6, then it's a dance between Mars and the Sun. And very interesting that the decanic minors of the devil are all very strong, powerful planets. Two. So the 2 of Pentacles, the 3 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, I believe Jupiter, Mars, and Sun. So they're everything is a test. Everything is a test. And so if we understand that, and I know, gosh, a lot of people feel like 2023 was a big devil year. I can never say enough about learning to become the witness of your life, the witness of your experiences, not too enmeshed in the drama, and learn to step back and go, okay, let's look at the players. Let's look at this as if I were the director of a play. How am I going to change the story? May these cards help to clarify, inspire, and support those who are exploring this energy in 2024. As always, we ask these messages be in the highest for the greatest good and that no harm be done. So be it. Daughter of Cups is in the Saturn position. Mother of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Three of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands. Okay, so up here at the top, we have so the push me, pull you, the Jupiter Saturn dance is very extreme. I think the Saturn card is saying, let's really dial this back. Sorry, Amber's snoring right here, my dog. Let's find the light. Let's find the rainbow. Let's find God within these moments. Let's go back to the mindset of a child and let's feel first. Now, I laid this card down first because it is Saturn. Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. And as I'm going around here, all these cup cards showing up, it's like, wow, okay, how uncomfortable is this going to be? Or is all of this water the element that is going to help support the healing of this chakra, Swadhisthana chakra primarily, and your own personal issues with this card and with the issues connected to the card. We have 8, 9, and 10 of cups. And then we have another 10, the 10 of wands, in the expansion position. If I am to read this as the final card, it might say, let's take this emotional journey and let's ride this emotional exploration to the end. We also have preceding it the 10 of cups. Let's carry this through. And once we carry that through, we will be able to find our way through these brambles here. There is light on the other side of that blockage. Okay. Just for, and I also want to thank Lena. So Lena Strandberg is one of my followers, been an amazing supporter of my channel for a long time. And she asked a question. She asked about why I placed the cards where I did, the underlying layers where I did in this spread. And I spent a lot of time with that. I did discuss it briefly in the introductory video. And I really appreciate her question about why I chose to place where I did. So I will revisit that again and readdress that on Friday in my tarot chat, okay? The center of the reading is the sun. The center of the planets is the sun. The planets revolve around the sun. So that's why the sun is in the center. And I have the Mars and Venus relationship on either side of that. And that is the 10 of Cups and the Mother of Pentacles. So much receptive energy here. Let's remember also that Pentacles are receptive energy. Yet the Capricorn sign is cardinal. It wants to get things going. It is the energy of work and building. There may very, very well be an impatience with feeling our way through. And that feels like such an important lesson in this year. Now, what does it mean that Venus is the mother of pentacles? Well, that means that we want to embody this in every aspect of our experience. We want to be fully present. That will be a very important word this year for you, to be fully present in this earthly experience. To be fully present. In the earth position, we have the Nine of Cups. So this is about luxuriating luxuriating in what we have, being grateful for all that is here now, and to be in it and to not rush through it, to honor each and every connection. Mars position, put energy into each and every connection that is present in your life. Build this network of light. Understand that all of these relationships are important to who you are and what you stand for and what you are navigating through. Okay? Now, if you'd like to go a little bit deeper, I will be back. Just let me get the link for you. I was a little bit disorganized this morning. Okay. So yeah, in part 2, I will expand. I will expand. Okay. Thank you all for being here and your patience. I know sometimes things don't always go tickety-boo on this channel. I have no assistant. I do all the graphics design. Everything is me. So, and all of the mistakes are me. Yeah. So, thank you. And if you would like to join me in the next part, the link is now in the chat. Okay. Thank you. Namaste.